Have you ever said this? I want real bread, but I don't know where to start. With school starting back up, your calendar is filling with after-school activities, pickups and drop-offs, and the what's for dinner question already feels so daunting. So when we throw making bread at home in the mix, it can feel like one more thing you don't have time for. But you don't want to compromise. Maybe you've been reading bread labels on store-bought bread and realized you want more real ingredients on your family's table. And then you go online to learn how to make bread at home. And suddenly, you're looking at sourdough starters, 3-day schedules, quick yeasted breads, Dutch ovens, loaf pans, flatbreads, different kinds of flours, and 10 people all telling you a different way is best. So no wonder you are feeling stuck before you even begin. In this video, I want to help you sort through your options so you can choose a bread and its method that fits the kind of life that you are living. Tell me if this has happened to you. You want to try a new recipe and end up trying to follow a method that was designed for someone else's goals, someone else's schedule, someone else's kitchen, and someone else's idea of what a good loaf should look like. So imagine you're elbow deep in the process, you've used pretty much all of your dishes and flour spread across the kitchen when you realize, I don't have time for this. I have to do what? I can't do this. And when that method does not fit your actual schedule, routine, and skill level, you think you failed. But I'm here to let you know that you may not have failed at bread making at all. You may have simply started with a method that did not match your lifestyle. How can there be so many different methods? Well, the simplest place to start is not with the most popular recipe online. Start with asking yourself one question. What do you want bread to do for your family right now? Do you need bread for dinner tonight? Do you want sandwiches or toast for the week? Then ask the next question. Do you want to learn real sourdough at a pace that fits your schedule? Or do you want a weekend kitchen project because you genuinely enjoy spending all day tending to your dough? And I'm not kidding. None of these answers are less than. They're simply different. And when you choose the outcome first, you can decide the method. So let me walk you through a few common starting points and something we don't talk about enough. When starting out with bread making, sourdough may be one of the most difficult because not only are you learning what your dough should be doing, but you also have to maintain the star of the show, a sourdough culture. That can feel like deep diving into a biology class that you barely passed in high school. So my best advice is to start your homemade bread making journey with a simple, predictable method. Learning what a traditional non-sourdough bread dough does first, then learning about the fermentation. Then you need to think about the kind of bread you like and eat. For example, if you want bread for sandwiches, sourdough artisan boules may not be the right fit because of their texture. They have a crispy outside and sometimes a chewy inside. You may want to make a soft sandwich bread, which can be made with yeast if you're in a pinch, or sourdough if you have some time and plan to let it ferment. If you want bread quickly, you can look at quick breads or dinner rolls, tortillas, flatbreads, naan, pita, or focaccia. These are all good choices when you want something warm and homemade without a long fermentation process and needing to have a sourdough starter. So you're choosing speed because that is what your family needs. That does not make it less meaningful or less homemade or a shortcut. It's simply an option. It's fast because it does not need to ferment, but rolling out tortillas, pitas, and other flatbreads still requires some time, but it takes minutes to cook on the stovetop. Here's a quick reference to the type of breads and their time to rise and to bake. If your goal is toast in the morning, grilled cheese, school lunches, and sandwiches for the week, look for loaf pan bread. That can be yeasted loaf or sourdough loaf. What matters is that it gives you soft, even slices your family will actually use. You do not have to begin with the dramatic artisan round loaf if that is not the bread you need most often. Sandwich bread usually has added ingredients like honey, milk, and egg that can actually soften the bread. The added ingredients then require a different handling process. You may need to rest it longer. You may need to knead it. That traditional sourdough bread really wouldn't require. It's cooked at a moderate temp and slowly baked, and that change is going to change how long it takes you to do it. And if you want to make real sourdough, but your life is full, look for a method with a wider window. Look for clear checkpoints instead of a long list of exact clock times. Look for a method that lets you use the refrigerator to slow things down. Look for a dough that does not require you to be in the kitchen all day. Real sourdough is made with a living starter: flour, water, and salt. It is not defined by how many days the method takes, how many special tools you own, or whether your loaf looks like the one you saw online. And then the next option is, if you enjoy the full process with the stretch and folds, the pre-shaping, the cold fermenting, the bulk fermentation, and the scoring, learning about the dough, trying different types of dough combinations, which I enjoy in all of these methods. Those methods may use wetter doughs. They have more handling, they have proofing baskets, a Dutch oven, or a longer schedule because they are working towards a specific goal. Now, that can be a beautiful way to bake bread. It is just helpful to know that you're choosing it because you enjoy the project, not realizing midway through that you need to wait 3 days. You get my drift? Like I said earlier in this video, if you're interested in sourdough but do not have a starter yet, or you simply want to learn basic bread making before you take on fermentation, start with a simple yeasted bread. You can learn how dough feels, how to shape it, how your oven bakes, and what your family enjoys. Then you can add sourdough later. You do not have to wait to start making bread. You do not have to wait till you have a starter to start making bread. So give yourself some space to learn. I have had countless students come into my sourdough class wanting to learn sourdough, and they have never even turned on an oven before, which is great, but give yourself some space and time to develop the skills. You do not need to learn every kind of bread all at once. You do not need the most complicated method, and you do not need to start with the bread that looks most impressive online. You need to choose the kind of bread your family will actually eat and have the time to realistically make each week. The process must be repeatable. And sometimes that's gonna be flatbread for dinner. Sometimes it's sandwich bread for lunches. Sometimes it will be simple sourdough loaf once a week. The right method is the one that helps you make bread at home in a way that you can keep doing it. And honestly, even if you don't have all the skills, I believe everyone that is committed to learning will be able to do it. And if you're curious about sourdough specifically, but you're not sure whether it is the right next step for you, download my free sourdough roadmap below. It will help you understand your exact starting point, clear up some of the confusion, and see a simple path from curious to confident. And you can Google a recipe, but a recipe cannot help you decide what kind of bread your family needs this week. Maybe you need something warm for dinner tonight. Maybe you need a soft sandwich bread for lunches, or maybe you're ready for a simple sourdough rhythm that can fit around everything else that is going on. Inside the Bread and Butter Way, I do not just give you recipes. I teach you how to use them in a way that fits your life. You learn which breads need a little planning ahead, which ones you can make more spontaneously, where you have flexibility, and what signs to look for so you know what your dough needs next. That means you're not trying to follow a recipe perfectly while your day is changing around you. You begin to understand how to make bread work with your family, your schedule, and the season of life you are in. And when you need help, encouragement, or connection, we meet every week on Zoom. You can ask questions, show everyone what you've been baking, and get support from people following the same method. And one of our students said she had been intimidated by sourdough before after learning this method, and she was able to make bread for her family easily and still enjoy everything else around her. That is a kind of bread making rhythm I want to help you build. I want to leave you with the simple guide. Take a screenshot, save it, and use it in the next time you feel overwhelmed by all the bread making options online. Bottom line, choose the bread that fits your home right now. And if you're curious about sourdough and want help finding your exact starting point, download the free sourdough roadmap below. And then tell me in the comments, if you could have one kind of homemade bread on your table this week, what kind would it be? All right, we'll see you in the next video.